Why does meat that's cooked on a spit just taste so delicious? Whether it's gyros, shawarma, döner, or al pastor. They aren't just different names for the same thing. They're all chapters in one of the most incredible stories food has to offer. Starting in the Ottoman Empire, we're going to follow this technique on its epic journey through culture, geography, and flavor. By the end of the video, you're never going to look at your local takeaway the same way again. I'm here with Chef Raf here at his restaurant Sumac and Onions in Redfern. Chef, thank you for having us.
No problem. Very happy to see you guys here.
A proud Turkish man cooking beautiful Turkish food.
Thank you.
Why does meat that's cooked on a rotating spit taste so good?
I guess it's just the cooking process itself that you can also manage the distance from the fire, direct fire or indirect fire. And at the same time you're tenderizing slowly in it, just slow cooking process sort of thing happening there. That's why I think make it more delicious.
So it's almost like you're reverse searing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're reverse searing.
Slow cooked and a sear and take it down.
All right, chef. Beef knuckle.
Very lean, young beef.
Young beef.
Pink color, almost like white. Knife gonna come this way. I don't want to chop you up as well. I will be careful. Very thin, like probably 3 to 4 mil.
Okay.
If there's an angle, I go follow the angle of the muscle. This is a bit thick, of course. This is perfect thickness you're looking for.
Yeah, okay.
It's not too like thick, not too thin.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter shape of whatever because you're building up around, you're rolling around the stick. This one I feel like a bit more here that I need to go. And yeah.
Cool.
That's all about it, and then we get them in the marination. I loosen the yogurt with milk, and I'm creating sort of Iran drink with the milk.
So really important, you said, to get it on every layer.
So bottom layer, I just spread a bit,
Yep.
and just perfectly just,
Lay it down.
yeah, takes a bit time, but just, you know, everything gets better if you spend a bit extra time on it.
Sure.
Another just tiny bit of marination, and just rubbing all around that, and then we just keep going on the...
So then in the fridge, 1 to 2 nights?
1 to 2 nights, up to you. You can keep it longer if you want to. The lamb belly, thinly sliced as much as possible. This is going to be between our kebab today. And as well as we're going to use the lamb caul fat, the finishing on top layer. Yeah, I can go from here a bit. I'm just twisting around and folding around and seeing like where I can slice it more.
Just like that. All right, chef.
Yes, chef.
Let's build.
So we got our marinated beef already here, which is a mix of knuckle at the top side. You start with the fat first, because by the time this one gets very hot and your meat gonna stick there, gonna dry and not gonna be eatable. But usually I'm trying to make it nice and not too crazy because we wanna finish in a couple hours. So the meat is just going up straight away, making sure there's no heavily unevenly folds. You don't want like this here, so you want just a bit craft, just a bit understanding your layers and then pressing like this. And I keep going, and then every probably 3-4 layers of the meat, we get some fat on it. More fat on the top levels than bottom levels. The fat gonna go down from there, so you want more fat coming like from there to just glazing all the meat while cooking.
It's quite therapeutic, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just you start thinking about your childhood memories and the stuff gonna show up tonight. For example, I can see this part, I need to cover a bit there, so I can just place one like this. And as you see, it's very super thin. And that's why it takes time and just a bit patient to just make it nice. We just keep repeating this process till coming up.
Ta-da! And then the last piece of fat, you said it's different fat that you use, right? You use a
caul fat going in there. That's covered nicely. We call it the cap of the döner. That prevents drying and just holding nice juiciness and gives a bit drips from the cooking process.
So caul fat is also often referred to as crapinette in French, which is basically the fat that surrounds a lot of the organs in the sheep. And it's used a lot in French charcuterie, a delicate flavor. It renders really well. Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. I have a look around. I think this looks perfect to me. Just gonna have a little bite and see the salt level and everything.
Oh, I want that crispy bit.
Wow, it's juicy. But I think a bit more salt. I might just touch a bit of salt while I'm serving.
It's delicious though. You can taste the onion in there, and very tender. Very
Even
tender.
like top side and knuckle. So.
Yeah. We'll show you slice some more and then make some dishes.
Of course.
Traditionally used brown butter in Turkey?
For Iskender dish, always.
Yeah, okay.
Sumac and onion touching on the side.
Grilled chili.
Tomato. That's the one dish that we do. Rice version of this. Same thing, we're just laying our meat. Same grilled tomato, pepper, fix sumac and onion. Down doesn't matter, just like that. Iskender dish. So Iskender dish start with, I use Greek yogurt. And we're gonna get the pita bread, toasted pita bread on the bottom.
Right, like crouton almost.
Slightly, just making wet my 162. 162. And then we just, same thing.
Yum.
You don't want that loss of tomato acidity here, just that's it. grilled tomato, and the chili. It's the grilled onion because we don't have the raw onions.
There's no way that doesn't taste delicious.
There's butter there, bread, meat is there, yeah.
Meat, acid, yogurt.
Everything.
Yum.
Yeah.
All right, chef, I can't wait any longer.
Let's
Let's dig in.
Which one do you want to start, chef?
I think we'll start with the classic. Thank you, chef.
Thank you, chef.
Cheers.
Enjoy.
I love how the meat is the most forward flavor you get. You get the onions and stuff to cut through it, but you taste that delicious beef. It's so good. This is the one I'm most excited to try.
This one?
I've never tasted it before. Let's have some yogurt and butter. That's delicious. The tomato sauce cuts through it really nicely with the yogurt. That's so good.
And this is the last
rice.
version.
And the butter elevates it, doesn't it? Delicious.
If I'm going myself in Turkey to have a döner, I just go with the rice because like more lunch, combo meal.
Well, chef, thank you so much for your time today, showing us your restaurant and your history. It's been really impressive.
Thank you.
We're off to the Middle East next. Surely it can't get any better than this.
I hope you get the better ones. So it's challenging me, so I come up with the better ones.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, chef.
So as the Ottoman Empire spread, so did the method. Arriving in the Middle East, the techniques of course stayed the same, but the flavors, they evolved. Regional spices like cinnamon, cardamom, and coriander, each playing their own part in the story that is shawarma. So I'm here with my new friend Nino from Babylon Bakery and Grill. Brother, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming here. We're really glad to have you here, and I think we're proud to have you here.
Nino, in your opinion, why does meat that rotates taste so good?
Oh, good questions. We always put like layers of meat and fats. So I think when the fat melts and it gives that kind of texture and like taste, I think that's the main secret. And having that spices, I think the special spices of that every shop does, it makes it unique. We have our own supplier that grinds them and straight away bring them. So we try to make it as nice and fresh.
It makes a big difference.
It does, it does. We took over an established business in 1st of May 2019. What made us special was introducing sujuk shawarma that I think we were the first to do in Australia. Right. I don't want to claim this. I came in 2016. But I don't see people doing it now. So sujuk shawarma is like minced beef, and it has like special spices like cinnamon, and it's a bit spicier than normal.
All right, first taste. The spices, huh?
Yeah, that's full of spices.
Yeah, not dry at all.
Not dry, different texture, nicer taste.
And your shawarmas are different. You have like the pita on the bottom, but there's another very flat bread underneath that.
So what we do, what my dad really loved to do his shawarma, he put his sage bread, the really thin bread, and then we add one layer of Lebanese bread just so the shawarma doesn't break. It gives it like nicer texture.
I'll make the lamb.
I'll make the chicken.
Okay.
So lamb, you start with your aioli sauce, onions. And then you add some tomatoes and you add some pickles. You have to add some sumac.
Sumac?
Yeah. That's your lamb.
My lamb, thank you, brother.
Tahini sauce.
Tahini?
Yeah. And I'll add my aioli sauce. We roll this first.
Ding. Boom. Oh. Nice and tight.
Chuck it on the thing. They give that.
The grill.
Yeah, but be careful, it's hot. Give it that taste. Yep.
Beautiful.
For the sujo, we start by garlic.
Garlic.
And now we put our tomatoes and then our pickles. That's your sujuk chef.
Thank you, brother.
I'm your sous chef today. Babylon sauce on top.
Ah, the special Babylon sauce. Done?
Yes, that's done.
Oh no, it's coming apart.
Nah, you're doing good.
I'm an apprentice. The truth is he's being very kind, and you can see here my ones are not tight enough. These ones, they're beautiful and tight. Mine are a bit loose. Nino, thank you so much, brother. We really appreciate having you here today and showing us what your family does.
You're most than welcome.
Should we go taste?
Yeah, let's go taste. I'm excited.
I'm excited. What one's your favorite, brother?
My favorite is chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah.
Classic.
But I love this sujuk too because it's different.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna try the chicken first.
Let's go.
Thank you, brother. Smells good. It's delicious, lovely and juicy, nicely spiced, and the pickle cuts through everything really nicely. The bread's also really good. All right, I'm really interested to try the sujuk. It's badly rolled, but that's because of me.
No, it's perfect.
I've never had that before. The flavor of that beef with that lovely lard going through it and those spices, man, that's my favorite for sure. That's so good.
People that love sujuk would come to eat sujuk. People that want to try new food would eat sujuk. But there's a lot of people that stick to the traditional chicken and lamb. Yeah, so sujuk is that different kind. You can't have it every day, you know? Yeah.
All right, let's try the lamb. Really nicely cooked lamb, nice char on the outside, and I really love that tahini on there. I think it really adds to it.
I would like to eat my shawarma and have some yogurt drink, dairam. I got you some to try. So we shake it first, shake it well. It comes with a very short expiry date because they make it fresh.
Really good. It has very similar flavor to yogurt, a little bit salty, but very good.
It's actually yogurt, water and salt. Yeah.
You sell a lot of that?
We do actually, yeah. People like it. Very similar to back home, yeah. A lot of people ask us why we didn't choose charcoal. I think this gives us like more kind of consistency, yeah, and we control the fire, you know. With fire you can't really control it and you really need high experienced people.
Brother, you should be very proud of your family.
They worked hard.
They worked hard.
The community helped us, yeah. And that's why we always learn and grow day by day.
Well, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
We're proud that you love the food.
Oh man, so good. Now, here's where it gets interesting. In the 1920s, Turkish refugees went to Athens, and of course, what do they take with them? Their food culture. They set up small shops using the same rotisserie spinning meat style that they had back home, and suddenly it became part of Greek food culture. All right, we are here with Tim from Olympic Meats, who's gonna run us through the Greek way that you guys cook meat while it rotates. Tim, bro, thank you so much for having us.
Oh, welcome. Thank you for coming.
My first question, why does meat that rotate taste so good?
Oh man, I'll tell you why. Because it's so large on the spit, it cooks from the inside out. All the fats are coming to the surface, and as it spins, it sticks to the meat and it just keeps rotating on it. So you just get like this really nice, perfect consistent caramelization on it, which I don't think that you get with searing meats and just like conventional flat tops and things like that.
I've never thought about it like that, that whole slow cooking process, which is actually so important to it, isn't it?
And if you want to talk about the charcoal and the wood as well, that just adds another level to it as well, yeah.
Yeah, sick. What makes a gyros a gyros?
The word gyro means to go round and round, but it refers to the preparation of the meat. And that's meat that's cut very thin and spins on a rod. Something that's on pita bread, and it's just got a couple of sauces, whether that be like tzatziki, mustard mayonnaise, which is what they call in Greece like sauce, or like a red sauce, which is like a salsa, and or a yogurt.
And chips or no chips?
So the chips is a new sort of concept that came about in the last maybe like 30, 40 years kind of thing. There is no right or wrong with gyro. It's very diverse, but with the chips, no, I don't like it. I was actually talking to a really old guy from Greece, and he's worked at gyro shops all over Athens, and he goes, oh, you're not doing chips in the gyro. I'm so grateful for that. He goes, because the reason they do it is for tourists and for children, to fill them up, and so they have a complete meal.
The chips in the gyros started in Greece? It didn't start outside of Greece?
No, absolutely.
Started in Greece, sure.
Especially over here, because we go to such detail in manning the process of everything. It's like, why would I want to take away from that? Hey, the chips we do here, they're awesome, I think, but putting them in, it just kind of confuses everything a little bit.
Yeah, I like that. I respect that. Why do you cook horizontal instead of vertical? Was that a conscious decision or?
Oh, absolutely. It was a conscious decision, man. I think just like from a young age, doing whole lambs with my papu, like I cooked my first lamb with my papu when I was 8, and just tasting meat off the charcoal, off the grill kind of thing. It's just so distinct. It's so pronounced. There's something about it, you know? There's something primal. There's something like beautiful just about watching fire burn and having meat spin over and just seeing the fat slowly just drip on it and wisp up, you know. I think that's one of the pillars of life for me.
In Greece, it is cooked vertical often as well?
Correct. So 9 times out of 10, it is cooked vertical and it is served more as a fast food.
How did your life bring you to this point where you're making incredible gyros and serving the community?
I mean, look, man, I think since I was a child, I've always like had an interest in food, loved cooking and that. Ever since like the child, I've just been on like a bit of a wormhole to try to discover and try to understand the nuances and the in-depth sort of like features of the cuisine. I mean, look, as I went on in life, like, studied to be a chef, worked as a chef, worked at some places, you know how it goes. But I think just in my heart and my mind, I've just always really wanted to knuckle down with this style of cuisine, you know. And I think it's really important to note as well, like, I am a second generation Greek Australian, so I don't really know any other people like in my generation who are sort of passing the torch down and trying to champion, I guess, what is old in a new setting kind of thing.
Yeah, it's admirable, bro. Well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Talk us through the process from the meat gets delivered to it goes on some bread and goes out the door.
Absolutely. We use carcass meat.
Yeah, okay.
So it's meat that's been hung on like the whole carcass and it's been aged for a little bit.
Yep.
And then it's been deboned off that.
Yep.
Hey, I might just move this one.
Go for it.
Sorry.
No.
I'll put you.
Tell us about what you're doing there. You're regulating heat.
Oh yeah, just constantly stoking the fire, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's a living thing, so it needs attention. It needs to be tempered. It needs to be agitated. It needs to be moved all the time. And I'm just I'm consistently checking like the heat levels on it.
The old thermometer, eh? Just the. Oh yeah.
Yeah, literally.
So you're bringing in whole carcass meat, and then you're cutting everything yourself.
Oh, we don't cut the chicken ourselves, but we cut the pork. We cut the pork, and yes, we brine it for one night. Then we marinate it, and then it just goes on the rod. Well, just one thing to note that makes our product a little bit different. We cut our pork specifically thicker, a little bit thicker than like conventional gyro meat. And same as like döner meat as well, which is like really thin. Now the reason for that is there's a thing in Greek cooking called lukumi, which is like means sweet, juicy, delicious. Like it hits a spot. With this, we cut it thicker because we weren't achieving that lukumi. We weren't achieving that deep, rich, dark caramelization on it.
Smells delicious. You want to show us how to make one?
Yeah, sure, bro.
Let's go.
Because we put like wood in it, you can see like the really nice smoke ring that we got as well.
Straight on the coals.
Yeah, bro, just like that. I'm just gonna let that chill for a couple of minutes, and I'll assemble this bad boy now if you want. When you went to Sumac and Onion, how you had the
Iskandar?
The Iskandar, yeah. So there's a similar thing in Greek cooking with the kebab. It's called yarutlu, where they do the bread, they do the kebabs, and they do red sauce and the yogurt. So for our pork bitter, we actually do red sauce and the yogurt with it. So even though it's a traditional like esque kind of dish, we've just taken it and put it
in yours
with our pork. Yeah, exactly. Now these are, look, unfortunately they're cut up, so you can't really see them. But if you've ever gone to the supermarkets and stuff and you've seen Greek golden peppers, the pickled ones, so we were really fortunate to actually find the guy who grows them and get them before he sold them all to the cannery. Yeah, they've got a lot of kick to them though. When they go in the bitter, like the heat really gets lost in there. It's going to creep up on you. But no, they're good. They're good peppers.
Sweet too.
Well, that's the thing because they've got quite a bit of heat to them. We've upped our sugar content in the pickle recipe.
A heap of onions.
Yeah, lots of onions, man. And just a bit of Tommy. Make sure that's super lemony. It's a good amount of meat.
Yeah, load it up.
Smack it with heaps of paprika, a little bit of chili. Overpacked it. Nah, that's all right. One.
Yum.
Here we go.
It's beautiful.
Well, smack it.
All right. I want to taste the meat first. It's like perfectly seasoned, and like you're talking about, that sweetness really comes through, doesn't it?
Yeah, man.
It's so good. Okay, can I get this in one mouthful?
Open wide.
Yum. Oh my God. It's incredible, bro. It's like all the love that you put into every part of that.
Yeah.
Shines through. Shouldn't swear. The bread's delicious. I think that being so fresh makes a huge difference.
Oh, dude, yeah, tenfold.
The amount of garlic in that is perfect. The tomato sauce is incredible. And that meat. If you're not...
That's all you need, man.
Bro,
you just need bread, meat, and a little bit of
veg.
Yeah, a little bit of veg, yeah.
Yum. I'm sure you are, but you should be very proud of that.
Oh, thanks, dude.
That's super tasty. Yum. I can't stop eating it. It's so good, bro, honestly. I'm not just turning it on for the camera. It's yum. All right, we started in Turkey, we went to the Middle East, and now we ended up here in Greece. Let's head back to the studio. Tim, bro, thank you, brother.
Thank you, bro.
That was amazing.
Always a pleasure.
I'm taking this with me.
Yeah, good. Eat, enjoy.
Right. Our meat rotation story doesn't end there, it's about to head across the Atlantic. So in the 30s, Lebanese migrants to Mexico brought the shawarma with them as a taste of home. But the next generation, they got creative with the idea. They kind of kept the technique, they swapped out the lamb with pork, they swapped out their pitta with tortillas, and it's somewhere along the lines, no one knows why, but a pineapple got introduced to the picture. And that's how El Pastor was born. No, absolutely not. Stop you crying. You can't have El Pastor. You're a duck. So we've got a whole lot of pork shoulder here, which I've sliced relatively thinly, not super thin. We made a marinade by simply using a bit of pork lard in a pan. We added onions and garlic, a few different types of dried chilies, cumin, Mexican oregano, and we toasted that all. We also added some achiote paste and a bit of chicken stock to break that down. Then we blended it. We added sugar, salt, apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of water. We mixed it really, really well. We covered it and we put it in the fridge and left it overnight. And this is what we've ended up with, a delicious pile of meat. Now, the reality is no one has a vertical spit at home. That's an unreasonable expectation for people to have. So this is a method using a horizontal spit. If you don't have a horizontal spit, you can still just grill this really, really quickly. Not quite the same. You're not going to get the fat evenly distributed through it. It will still taste delicious. I've got one of Caitlin's vases, I stole it from her, and I got some rocks from the garden. Seems kind of random, but it does make sense. We're going to put this in here, and then we're going to put some rocks around it. You could use sand in here. The other thing that we thought of is you could use a Christmas tree holder, would work really well. But you want to try and get this standing as vertical as you can. Be careful, if you put too many rocks in here, you're gonna struggle to get it out because science. This is where the pineapple comes in. So we're gonna cut the top off and the bottom. We're gonna peel it, but we're not gonna core it. So I'm gonna take about 5 centimeters off each end. And we're gonna use those end bits. We'll save this to grill. I've just taken a little paper tray, you can use a paper plate, anything, put a little cross in the bottom, put this over, and this is just gonna help us from creating too many drippies. We'll take this off before we cook it, obviously. We've got the first one of our, I don't know what you call this, spikes, I guess. Put it, say 5 to 10 centimeters off the bottom. Now we've got a piece of the pineapple. Over that goes, into the spikes. Now we can start building. So you got pieces like this, you gotta think about, we want maybe a little bit bigger than the pineapple. If you've got a piece like this and you kind of want it to go there, you're not actually spiking it in the center. Make sure you got a good selection of pork, lean bits, and then nice fatty bits so that there's fat all the way around. And then because there's obviously more in the center, you can take some of these smaller, thinner bits. At this point, while you've still got a spike it in and then put it around. What's gonna happen is it's all gonna compress anyway when we put the other piece of pineapple on, so it will stay together. And just like we saw earlier, just making sure we're like filling in the gaps. So I'm gonna pre-spike my pineapple, my top pineapple with the chopstick. That's an interesting noise, isn't it? That'll just make it easy to get on. On it goes. If you spike yourself, don't come after me, it's not my fault. Looking good. Top one, same direction as the bottom one. That's gonna help with ease of carve. Nice and tight, we want that tight. Toiga. Stunning, time to cook. So we placed our skewer on, I've got 2 sets of coal. Ideally they're in a basket, and why we have it in a basket is so you can move it in and out. Why do you want to move it in and out? Well, if you want to get more color, you can move it in. At the early stages, when there's a lot of juices kind of dripping off, you actually don't want them on your coals because you're going to put your coals out so you can move them out of the way. We're just going to let that go for a good 25-30 minutes before we come back and have a look and start carving. So why does this technique work so well? Well, first and foremost, the constant rotation means even heat all the way around. Slow cooking on the inside, nice charring on the outside. And it's self-basting. All that delicious pork fat is rendering, keeping the rest of that meat lovely and moist. We've got some good color on the outside, is exactly what we're looking for. Unlike the beef, we don't want any pink bits, like we don't want medium rare pork here. So make sure you've got good color on the outside and don't cut it down too fine. I've got a small fry pan that I'm kind of gonna put underneath and catch it. I'm gonna move my charcoal right to the other side while I'm carving, because I don't really want to burn my hand. And just carefully cut off all those lovely pieces. So now we've got rid of all the nice bits that are nicely colored. We're gonna let that continue to char on the outside and we can come back and have another swipe at it. There you go, al pastor. Got some corn tortillas, heat one of those up. It's literally the best party food. Slice a little bit, everyone has a taco. Slice a bit more, everyone has a taco. Slice a bit more, you know how it goes. Oh, that's hot. Pork. Ah. I don't know why I'm surprised that that's hot. Here comes duck. Diced white onion, salsa verde for me, or you can get some salsa roja if you're feeling spicy. A little bit of coriander, squeeze some lime. Let's see how delicious this is. That's delicious and literally perfect party food. So why does rotating meat taste so good? Well, when Chef Riff talked about slow cooking on the inside, charring on the outside, it made perfect sense. The constant turning, make sure it's self-basting from the self-rendering fat of the animal. It's kind of like an old school way of reverse searing something. Well, that's the incredible journey of how rotisserie meat took over the world. Let me know what story fascinates you the most in the comments below. Like this video if you took anything from it, subscribe if you're not, and we'll see you next week for another recipe, or journey, or visit to a kitchen, who knows.